Why, hello there! You're probably wondering why I'm wearing my Sansa Stark gear today. It's snowing! It's the middle of April. I live in the desert. I moved here from Massachusetts to get away from this. And it is snowing outside, so I'm wearing my coat because I can. It's cold! It's too cold. It's not supposed to be this cold right now. So, I'm going to do a hot drink. And I promised you guys a hot toddy over and over, and I kept failing to deliver. So today, the hot toddy. We are going to do a classic toddy with Irish whiskey, and I'm going to do a weird one with Captain Morgan's spiced rum. I think you can use any alcohol that you like. It's supposed to be a whiskey tea. You can use bourbon. Bourbon actually might be tasty in it, but I like whiskey for this drink. And if you actually want to cure a cold, I highly recommend Jameson. It seems to work. Don't do like tequila tea. That wouldn't be good. They do say gin in some of them. If you have vodka sitting around, be my guest. There won't be much flavor, but it's alcohol, so you can try it. We are going to start. I actually brewed, well, I didn't brew yet. I just heated up a tea kettle of water. So we'll be official and do our Irish breakfast tea. Pick a tea you like. If it's nighttime and you're not feeling good, you can do an actual, decaf black tea. Black teas work really well with this. The flavor is perfect with whiskey and honey. It's whiskey, honey, lemon tea. That's what it is. I am going to put alcohol first because pouring alcohol into hot water is really bad. It evaporates right off and it just kind of hits you in the face. So we're going to start our tea with our alcohol. We have Jameson. Still, I can't get through this. So I'm going to do a full shot. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I'm using my Irish coffee mugs because I wanted you to see because they're clear. You can do a coffee mug, tea mug, whatever you like. Something that makes you feel cozy. That's what you want. I'll set my Jameson down. Into the Jameson, a squeeze of lemon. I have real lemon. I'm going to use my little squeezy thing because I like it. Just do a nice 2 squeezes. And then you'll take a teaspoon. You put a lot of honey if you like honey. If you don't want it too sweet, I do a really heavy teaspoonful of honey, right? Gonna plop it in there. You can set your spoon into your glass, into the alcohol, put it on top of that tea bag, and then we're going to pour the hot water carefully. I am going to let that steep while I make my other one. And I have a little lemon garnish, so I thought that would be cute to do a little wheel on top. So let's let that steep. How easy is that, okay? So if you're sick and you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything, that takes no time. That takes nothing. You can have your kids do it. Like, that's how easy it is. That's probably illegal, so don't do that. All right, we're going to do the next one. I have chai tea, and I love chai. This is a chai spice black tea. Little baggie. Smells divine. And I thought, do I want whiskey with chai tea? No. I want Captain Morgan's, which is kind of my favorite drink on earth is a Captain and Diet Dr. Pepper. So I'm basically like ghetto college drinker here. So this is my favorite thing. So I thought, okay, I'll try a toddy with it. Spices should work. So I think if you have Captain, any tea should work with this. They have mint teas. I don't know if those would go too well with some of the booze, but you could try them. Green teas are a little light. I still recommend a little heavier, so try the black. We're going to do a full shot. 1, 2, 3. Same process on this one with the honey. I'm going to do a little tiny bit of lemon because it's supposed to be for health. So this gives you that little blip of citrus. I'm not sure if the lemon's a good idea. Well, I'll tell you after I sip it here because that might be a little weird in the Captain. But you do Captain with lime, so it should be okay. Let's do another big spoonful of honey. I have some super pretentious organic honey thing. Do your local honey, do your honey bear, do whatever honey you have, little packets you bring home from a restaurant, which I've done. So anything you have. If you don't have honey, yes, you can use sugar, but the honey is actually for your throat. This is actually helpful when you're not feeling good. And in today's day and age, if you're not feeling very good right now, you know, if you have a fever, get tested. And if you don't have a fever, make one of these, sit at home and relax because you probably just have allergies or a cold. So let's do this. Hot water. This one should smell really good. It's going to be a little lighter. Oh yeah, that smells lovely. So I can garnish with this lemon. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to see if I like the lemon with that. These are going to steep. Cinnamon stick. If I had one, I would put one in there because I think it would taste super good. So I gotta show you while these steep because this is irritating. Like, look at this. Look at that. No, not my car. My car is not irritating. That is snow. I'm not okay with that. I am not okay with that. So let's move these to the middle. It says steep for 3 minutes, so I'm going to go to your weird booze questions. And today, because I can't get to the other ones, there's a how to stock your bar question, which I love, and I'm going to do that one possibly tomorrow. I've got some ideas on that. And I'm still waiting to get some lavender so I can make some lavender simple syrup, and we can talk about what to do with it because that's kind of my favorite one. But my friend Chelsea, I can't say enough good about Chelsea. I met Chelsea in the said Massachusetts that gets snow in April, and she is still there, and I think they're getting rain today because they always get rain. But she is a classic beer girl. Like, she knows her beer. She's tried every beer you could imagine, and she has incredible recommendations for it. And one time while I was out there for Cinco de Mayo, she brought me a Tecate that I couldn't find, and so I will love her forever. But Chelsea asks, in a Seinfeld voice, by the way, what's the deal with vinho verde? Well, and she said she likes it because it kind of reminds her of champagne, and it's tasty. Should she mix it with something? So I don't think you're supposed to mix it, Chelsea. It's just a wine. But I did look it up because I knew it was green wine, and I thought maybe that's something that wineries were just trying to like cash in on, you know, early crop they could get rid of and turn a profit. But no, it's a Portuguese wine. But it is kind of that because it's a 3 to 6 month old wine. So it's a baby wine. And a little baby wine like that is going to be fizzy. That's why it reminds you of champagne. If you're doing real wine, that fizz is like a sin. You never want that in a real aged, you know, good wine. So these are very young. And they just started with, I guess, this north country in Portugal, which is probably why you get it out on Cape because the Portuguese connection there. And it sounds like it's tasty, like it's a little fizzy, sweet wine. I would say if you have to mix something, do a flavored vodka, like raspberry, or you could, mix juice. So you could make a mimosa basically. Just treat it like champagne and do any kind of mixes like that. But yeah, it's basically, I guess they have a ton of people who do these out in Portugal and started as a big industry. And it looks pretty tasty. And you can do red, white, or rosé, and they're all fizzy and probably super yummy. So enjoy those. The biggest thing about wine, anybody can tell you, even the snobbiest of snobs on wine will tell you, it comes down to what you like. So if you love it, drink it. That sounds good to me. And make maybe a little mimosa if you're feeling fancy. Speaking of fancy, let's try these. I'm going to take the spoon and the tea bag out. So we have steeped. They look pretty. I've always done this, and somebody once told me, they were like, "Oh, that's a cool trick," and I didn't think, I thought everyone did this. If you take a tea bag out of your tea, like put it on top of your spoon with the string, and just wrap the string around it, then you can squeeze that little excess out. I've just always done that. Kind of gets more of the flavor into the tea too, so you can see what I'm doing. Then you squeeze. Oh, it smells so good. So and you do want to stir it. Your honey should have kind of blended, but just mix it in because it's strong. Oh, it smells lovely. That's the best part about hot drinks is you smell the alcohol that you used. Well, should be the best part. Make sure you use good alcohol. Okay, Captain. That's steeped enough. So let's squeeze that one out. See that? That makes sense. Mix it, and I'm going to tell you which one I like better. Oh yeah, the ice on this one hasn't totally, the honey on this one hasn't totally blended in. See, I'm thinking about snow. This is driving me crazy. Okay, so this is the Captain one. That is spicy, spicy. That's really good. It needs a cinnamon stick, I think, or like a clove thingy. That's tasty though. You could do a star anise if you don't hate anise flavor and float it, and that would be really good. Here's our classic, traditional, you're not going to be sick anymore hot toddy. And I'm not kidding about these. People swear by these for a reason. I have cured many a regular at my bar with a hot toddy. I have cured myself with a hot toddy. So they're fantastic. If you're feeling under the weather, really do this. So this is classic. It's the best. And it warms your throat all the way down. It's fantastic. So yeah, enjoy these. And it looks like our whole country is cold right now today. So, because if it's cold here, it's got to be cold everywhere. So make one of these, warm up, sit by your closed down fireplace or your turned off heater ducts and pretend to be warm and wear your Stark coats and stuff. Pretend it's winter again. So I hope you guys are doing great. I finally got to the toddy, so I feel really good. And I will get to some cool stuff coming up next. I think we'll do the bar, do a full bar drink that's just going to really rock. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.